Welcome back to Beyond the Bean on Air. More than a dozen U.S. soybean farmers helped the soybean checkoff find out firsthand just how changes to a critical waterway might impact the competitiveness of U.S. soy. Right before spring planting, this group viewed the operations and expansion of the Panama Canal. The canal serves as an important shortcut between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Construction of a massive new third lane for the nearly century-old canal could be ready for even bigger ships transporting more U.S. soy by 2014.
I think the expansion of the canal will be a good thing for U.S. soybean farmers, especially in the long term, because we have a lot of soybeans that go off the Gulf and through the canal, through the Panama Canal. It is going to be of a concern for the ports in the United States. They're going to have to dredge to be deeper to get the larger ships to be able to come to port in the United States. But I think overall it's going to be a very positive addition. It's a third lane, wider and deeper than the other two lanes, and I think the plans are coming along well, and I think they'll be right on schedule.
As part of this year's Top Producer Frontier Tour, the group also made half-dozen stops throughout Brazil to see if that country has improved its roads, bridges, railways, rivers, and ports to become more competitive.
Our first visit was the Amazon, and that river system is such an asset to this country because it's so deep, and it gets so deep into the country, not only depth-wise, and it can have big Panamax ships come way deep into the country to pick up the soybeans.
We need to know them, understand them, be friends with them, but yet realize they're our competition and make sure that we continue to invest in infrastructure in our country. We cannot sit back and say we're number one and then expect to stay that way forever.
Now we'll switch from a look at transportation abroad to some right here at home. What can U.S. soybean farmers do to help ensure that all those soybeans you grow get to customers around the globe? Brian Baxter helped shed some light on that question.
Over the past several decades, U.S. ports and railways have provided soybean farmers a competitive advantage in the world marketplace. But the U.S. soybean transportation system is showing its age.
We have to continually be aware of what we are going to do to maintain and improve and build the infrastructure so we can move our product successfully and economically.
To address the challenges, USV and the Soybean Checkoff partnered with a group of state soybean checkoff boards to create the Soy Transportation Coalition. The STC examines ways to improve existing infrastructure while working to identify emerging opportunities.
The group got together with the division. Let's see where those bottlenecks, where those problems are, and see what we can do to improve them.
What we can do is just get the information out and help educate the people that do need to make these decisions and help them speed up the process so we can get this infrastructure problem corrected for the future.
This spring, members of the STC visited the ports of Los Angeles and Long Beach, the busiest to load cargo containers in America. They saw how their soy products are loaded on ships destined for Asia. The newly appointed chairman of the U.S. Surface Transportation Board took part in the tour to discuss transportation issues.
I just wanted to show them that I'm happy to come out and talk to the shipper groups as much as I am to the railroad groups. I like to hear from the individual stakeholders themselves. I meet with a lot of trade associations too, but it's always nice to meet the people that are involved.
Bottom line is always important to farmers, everybody on the chain, and if we don't make money, it's not going to be good for the consumer in the long run. So we need a safe, efficient transportation system.
The STC plans to monitor U.S. ports such as this one to ensure they can handle larger deep water ships. In addition, the Panama Canal will have a new, bigger shipping lane in 4 years, allowing even bigger ships to deliver U.S. soy to major international customers. I'm Brian Baxter for Beyond the Bean on Air.
The U.S. transportation system moves billions of bushels of soybeans for export. That now accounts for sales of more than every other row of U.S. soybeans. Up next, a look at a new opportunity for U.S. soybean farmers. But first, see if you can answer this question.